We'll be seeing the first algorithm for parallel quicksort in this session. The algorithm starts with choosing a pivot from one of the processes and broadcast this pivot to every other process which are involved with sorting. Each process divides its unsorted list into two lists, one smaller than the pivot and the other greater than the pivot. Then each process in the upper half of the process list sends its high list to the partner process in the lower half. And again, it receives a low list from the partner process in return. Now the upper half process have only values lesser than the pivot, and the lower half processes have only values upper than the pivot. Now these processes divide themselves into two groups and the algorithm is recursed. After log p recursions, every process has an unsorted list of values completely disjoint from the values held by the other process. You can see that the largest value on process I will be smaller than the smallest value held by the process I plus 1. So each process can sort its list using the sequential quicksort. So we are going to see this algorithm using an example. Here you can see that there are four processes involved, P0, P1, P2 and P3. And each process is given with a set of elements. Now we are choosing the first element of P0 as the pivot element. That is 75. Now 75, the pivot value is being broadcasted to all other processes involved. Once the pivot is received from the P0, each of these processes will have a low list and a high list based on this pivot value. For in this example, a low list containing the values less than 75 and a high list containing value greater than 75. Now you can see that the upper half of the process list that is P0 and P1 and the lower half is P2 and P3. Now P0 exchange its high list to P2 and P2 exchange its low list to P0. Similarly, P1 exchange the high list to P3 and P3 exchange the low list to P1. Now you can see that the P0 and P1 will have values lesser than or equal to 75 and P2 and P3 is having values greater than 75. Now again, the algorithm is recursed. Now P0 chooses a pivot and broadcasts to P1. Similarly, P2 chooses a pivot element and broadcasts to P3. Now, P0 is having a low list and a high list. Exactly, P1 will be having a low list and a high list. P0 will be transferring its high list to P1 and P1 will be transferring its low list to P0. The same thing happens with P2 and P3. After log p recursions, every process has an unsorted list of values completely disjoint from the values held by other processes. Now you can see that this highest value in P0 will be definitely smaller than the smallest value in P1. Similarly, the highest value in P1 will be lesser than the smallest value in P2. At this stage, each process sorts its own list of values using any of the sorting algorithm possible. When we analyze this algorithm, after log p recursions, every process has an unsorted list of values completely disjoint from the values which are held by other processes. If we are going to implement this algorithm, the execution time begins when the first process starts the execution and ends when the last process finishes the execution. Unfortunately, this algorithm is likely to do a poor job of balancing the list sizes because it is based on the pivot value that we choose. If it is almost a median value, the list would have been equally balanced between the process. Based on the insight given by the analysis, we are moving on to the next parallel algorithm, which is called hyper quicksort.